Hi, this is Quailridge Apartments. I'm just going to walk over the apartment that was rented to me on October 1st of 2011. This apartment number 225 was rented to me with the promise of it being clean and take all the service requests taken care of so that it is inhabitable and ready to move in. But when I moved in, or when I tried to move in, I found out that there were a lot of spots all over the carpet. There were a lot of other things that are missing, and I'm just going to walk through this apartment. This is after they claimed that they shampooed the carpet and they have removed all of the spots in there. So I'm just going to walk over this apartment a little bit, showing all the defects and talking about this because they took the apartment. They never showed me the apartment before the move in. They had me sign the lease before they showed me the apartment, and now they are not letting go of the lease even though I've asked multiple times. So they want me to stay 6 months and then pay 2 months rent before I can move in. So this is the actual Quailridge apartment. So either way, so here you go. This is after the shampooing. There's still stuff stuck on the carpet right there, and this doesn't come out. It's stuck tight on there. There are some other spots that are over here on the carpet. And moving on, there is this is the island that they have, and you can see there are these bleach spots that are being denied by the resident manager that they actually exist. They suggest that they would come in and dye the carpet. I don't know how that is going to go, but over here there was a big red spot right around that area, which has been removed by the shampooing when I first moved in. But as you can see, the discoloration, there are all these white spots and all of these bleach spots that are there. And all of these bleach spots, they might be a little hard to see because of the sunlight, but they are all around this area. And you can see the discoloration over here. Oh, and over here. So there's a lot of bleach spots over here also. And right there. And moving on, this is all across the lobby. You'll see that spot right there. Okay, and this was after earlier there was trash all over this place, and they had not cleaned it even though they claimed they had. And if you would feel the carpet, there's stuff stuck on here. Earlier this was the washer and dryer unit. This place had some trash over there that was removed after my complaining. And there was this is the state of the dryer that they left it in. And you can see it's dank and it's dirty. And they would not clean this. And you can even see that they have lint and all that there for me to clean. Alright, moving on, we'll go to the kitchen. 2 cabinets which they claimed they fixed. So the cabinets, when you first open these up, you can see that they are all broken. You can see that they are all really rough used, and if you would feel them, they are all very worn, and you'll see them all rigidy. I'll just zoom in a little bit over here. And this is what they claim is inhabitable. All of these cabinets are of this manner. And then when I placed in a work order for them, this is how they fixed it. They came in, they cut this piece of cloth or whatever this is to stop and they covered it up. And they have multiple things like this all over the place. In fact, they tried to do that over here. Look at that. All of this stuff. How is this apartment inhabitable? I have no idea. This is the cabinets that they have given. Looking under here, this is just under the sink. You can hear the garbage disposal. There's stuff stuck in there. And moving down, over here, this was all dank. It was all very grimy. So what they have done is that they have taken a plywood piece and they have screwed it in instead of replacing the board, and you can see that is also not done evenly. All right, you can see the state that that they have given this in. And then moving on, they have done the same cover up with the drawers, that they have added that little sheet and said that the work order was done. And it's just, all of these are like this. Next, they haven't cleaned, the refrigerator has not been cleaned. Now comes the actual cabinets on top. There is stuff over here that has been stuck. There are holes. There are holes in the cabinets. I don't know what the previous residents were doing, but this is not for me to be paying the price for it. This apartment they gave me at $1,000. They said that if I didn't sign up the weekend that I did, they would charge me about $30 to $50 more per month. This is not worth $1,000. The current place that I live in, where I pay $850, is in a far more better condition than that, and I've lived there for 2 years. And yes, you can feel some of this stuff is actually sticky, these boards. And then over here they have a cabinet which, with this stuff, they claim that they cleaned it. This is all sticky residue that's left over. I have no idea what this is. And all of this stuff, they claim to have cleaned all of this. Okay, you can see I have removed some of the boards from these cabinets just to show you. This is the state that they have left the cabinet in, and they claim that this is clean and good enough for me to move in. As you can see, there is stuff growing. I don't know what this exactly is or what this is, but this is the kind of state that they have left me. And this is a kitchen cabinet where I'll probably be storing some of my food. Now when I asked them to replace a broken board that was broken, one of the cabinets, they took and cut out this piece of board, and as you can see, it is something that they just cut out of maybe some table that was lying around, and they put it in this cabinet as a shelf. And this is what they say replaced it with. So when you actually put it into the shelf, it just looks horrible. Look at that. That's how it looks, so out of place. Next is these other cabinet boards that were in there. They claim that there's nothing wrong with them and they're clean. If you can see, there is this black stuff. I have no idea what this is, but it's sticking out over there and it's grimy, and it's all of this stuff over here on the board. And as you can see, the board itself is extremely worn. Okay, and they claim to have cleaned all of this. There's stuff stuck here which I have no idea what this is, and there's the board itself is completely worn, and they're not willing to replace all of this. Next we go into this cabinet. I was not able to remove the boards, but as you can see, all of this stuff is also very worn. And they cleaned all of this apparently. Okay, now if you would see there's a lot of sticky material on this door too. In fact, there's something that you guys need to see. Look at this. All of these shades, if you can make out, there are these things that have flowed through. If you touch them, they are sticky, and they claim that they have cleaned all of this stuff, which is obviously not true. In fact, the resident manager claimed that they cleaned them themselves. So I don't know how they clean or what they used to clean. Obviously, it has not worked. These cabinets, and I had placed in a work order to clean this cabinet also. If you touch here, there is still stuff that's stuck on here, and it's still sticky. So don't really know how they are cleaning this material. Next we get to the cabinets. The cabinets, if you see, there is this big chunk that is missing from the cabinet frame. Alright, moving on to the second bedroom. In the second bedroom, we have electrical outlets, and then we have this thing right here. I have no idea what this is. They're not willing to look at it, but if you look very closely, it has a hole behind it which they have covered, and that's just not professional work. There's this stuff over here that is dank. The frame of the window is coming out. I don't know what they're playing at, but this apparently, all of this whole apartment is worth $1,000 a month, which is obviously not true. There are some random pieces of stuff that's thrown about here and there, but anyways, moving on to the main master bedroom. I had actually complained about the vanity in the washroom, and so they replaced the vanity. Now, when they have replaced the vanity, you can look at the floor. Okay, there's this stuff over here. I have no idea what this is or where that came from, and it's all around the loo also. Okay, there is this stuff over here in the loo. You will see there's these black things. There are these small rocks that are there in the loo that do not go away when they're flushed. I had placed a work order for them, which apparently they completed. Still has not. There were a lot more rocks in there earlier, and I have pictures for those for later. This is their paint job that they said that they have painted behind the cabinets, and I have emails to prove that. And this is their painting job. So I'm just glad they replaced at least one vanity. Okay, and this is all fine. Now, moving, one thing I would like to point out to note that, you know, the handles on the glass vanity or the mirror vanity over here. Okay, this thing is just fine. Okay, now moving in over here, this is my master bedroom. All right, and there was a big thing stuck over here that got removed when they actually did shampoo. Now if you see, there are still spots all over this carpet. That's one there. There was a big black spot over here, but now all that's remaining is stuff that is still stuck here, and you can see this spot right here. Okay, now moving on, there is stuff that is the wires, electrical wires that are just outside. I don't know if what that is or if that's a risk at all, but this is not worth $1,000. Now moving on to the cabinets over here, or the drawers, or you know, the cupboards. But basically, look over here, this is coming out. They apparently inspected the whole place. The last shelf is sagging, and they have not taken care of that at all. Now over here in the carpet, you will see there are spots all over the place. This was much worse before they actually did do something about it, and there's spots over there as well. You will see that the vanity is completely chipped, and there are these gobs over here. All of this stuff. Okay. Now they said they replaced the mirror vanity, and the funny thing that they did was this thing does not really properly function, so I have to correct it properly, but that's that. Now this is the apartment that they have given me. The washroom is just fine, or at least till now, since I have not moved in. There are no problems thus far, but there was some other stuff. One more thing that I would like to show is the wall, how it is, and then the ceilings. This is the ceiling that they have given me. This is worth $1,000 apparently. Next, you have the ceiling on top of the kitchen. This is the quality of the ceiling. Okay. And all of these cabinets, these doors, these cupboards, and all of these guys are all like dented in places, or they have chipped, or they have spots like that right there. But they can't take care of the basic stuff that's on here. There's stuff stuck on the cupboards as well. There are some streaks. No idea what all this stuff is. It's actually broken and chipped in these areas. If you see the door frames of my apartment, if you look at the door frame of the master bedroom, go down, this stuff is black grease stuff, and I have no idea what this is, but if you touch it, it leaves grease on your hand. As you can see, this is the greasy stuff that they have on these doors. They claim to have cleaned them. Next, the doors itself are chipping away. And this is Quailridge Apartment 225. This is 225. I had two friends of here that I helped move in, and I was I was happy that their apartments were extremely immaculate. This vent was extremely dirty when I moved in here. Or rather, when I actually picked up the keys. I still haven't moved in, as you can see, since it was not inhabitable, and it's been 5 days. Okay, and I took it on October 1st, and I've been sorely disappointed with the condition that they have given this to me in. Anyways, the apartment itself, if you see, the first thing that you see is the door knocker, and it's all flimsy stuff that is off, that they have not even bothered checking or making sure that it's clean. And it's just this is the apartment that they claim that they have given me. The resident manager, I've sent multiple emails. I've even told them that I will take this to the Better Business Bureau, but they are acting very, very indifferent, and they have not even acknowledged that this is their fault, and that I am paying for somebody else, another resident who had stayed here, and because of the way that they had treated this apartment, I am paying the price for it. This is a very expensive lesson learned for me, that no matter how much you trust people because of knowing them or knowing the apartments that they have leased, you still cannot trust Sidal Realty, that is S-I-D-A-L-D as in Denmark, A-L Realty, and this is Quailridge Apartments in Eden Prairie, to do business honestly and state an apartment for what it is, and the price is right, and treat your residents fairly. So obviously we can't expect that, and now since I'm tied down to this lease for the next 15 months, I'm not able to break this lease because they say that I have to stay here for at least 6 months before I can even apply to shift within the community, or if I have to leave, I have to pay 2 months rent. So that's what it is. I just wanted to bring it out there. I will be writing a letter to the Better Business Bureau if this situation does not improve, and I will be following this through. I have enough pictures and enough proof and this video to prove this. So moving on, that's over and out about apartment 225 in Quailridge.